Well, theoretically, everything's ready to go. I always get corrected and find out later that I was missing something. Let's talk about what's going on as I attempt to find my window. And you get to hear me angry type on the computer. Unfortunate side effect of having a different keyboard hooked up. So, not much to talk about in terms of the Convective Outlook because everything's already kind of kicked off. We've got some mesoscale discussions in effect, but all these watches. So let's just shimmy, is that a word? Probably on over to the Radar Omega window, which needs a better name because there it is. Yeah, so here's what's going on right now. Ooh, deep breath. That sounds like what I need. And hello, I actually can read chat now because I have a slightly bigger monitor to look at. It's fantastic. I can't see Radar Omega at the moment, though. There we go. Jimmy is a word. That's good. Hey, dog plays. You're bored? Well, yeah, just look at the weather. Oh, yes, let's loop through it. It'll make it slightly less boring. Woo! So, severe, what, okay, so light-ish blue would be special weather statement. So that's something that's notable, but sub-severe levels. So, for instance, this one is about 40 mile per hour winds and half-inch hail. The orange things are the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. So that could be, let's take a look at a random one. This one is 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. And does this stuff look blurry? Because on my computer, it certainly does now. And the purple stuff, let's see, where's the shift key? Wow, that is a really loud keyboard. Special marine warning. Fantastic. That's what's in effect right now. So this isn't going to be much of a structured stream today. I'm just making sure that my new setup works and see how my computer does with the fan. We'll just make the computer fan front and center. Oh my gosh, I apparently hit something when I was moving stuff. That's fantastic. Because this computer, it likes to kick on randomly. So is it Ariana? You totally should. Everybody's weather streaming this summer. You just need yourself a computer, a copy of OBS, a small amount of knowledge. Like, hey, these are things that are happening. There's a lot of them. Look, radar loop. Woohoo! Don't do that, though. So, who is in the bad area right now? The bad place. Or a bad place. Meanwhile, I'm going to be in another window, seeing if I can recreate all of my scenes. Wow, even the mouse is loud. That's your daily dose of mouse ASMR. Mashed potato clouds. That sounds fun. That'd be more productive than rain, right? Just rain some potatoes down from the sky. Gotta wear a helmet, though. So in the switch to Windows, I have lost one of my radar apps. That's unfortunate since I don't want to rebuy it on Windows. Because I'm just being cheap. Where? There it is. Yep, everything is missing. Gonna have to figure out how to recreate all this stuff. By the way, if you're not familiar, I have OBS in studio mode, which lets you split screen like what's on going out to the stream, and then meanwhile I'm in a hidden window messing with stuff. So you can't see all my... Is foibles a word? I know it's a word. I don't know if I'm using it correctly. Also, I kept talking about it since the very beginning, like a month ago. I still need a clock on the stream. There's still no clock. There's a clock on Radar Omega, but that's about it. Gonna add a lightning map in here at this moment because that was something that was really stressing my laptop. Then you could see all the frames drop. So it's a good stress test for any streaming system. A streaming system for weather, apparently. Just to give some more audio, I'm just going to narrate what I'm doing. We're going to add a scene, get a sub scene, then the lightning map, resize it appropriately. Wow. Okay, whatever I just moved is not the right thing. I take it it's a hidden source. It needs to go down one, leave the border on top. Fantastic. Wow, that thing is ginormous. It's taking up even though it's just a tiny window. So I've basically got sub-scenes in OBS. It was something I learned from watching YouTube videos as a way to manage a lot of similar things. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit easily. We're going to cover up the day 3 outlook. And yeah, let's try it. Whoosh. Oof, that had a lot of sibilance. So let's see. I can't read it. So that I can try to pronounce it. Blitzortung. I'm assuming it's German. Blitzenkrieg? Is that lightning and thunder? Oh no, it's like Blitz und Donner. Donner is thunder. Oh, Krieg is war. What am I thinking? I'm talking about lightning war. Ortung might be place. I'd have to look it up. But it's a good stress test for a streaming PC for weather. Here's some random thing that I heard somebody say is if you want to go into meteorology these days, it's also good to go into programming. To have that as a secondary skill. Programming is terrible though. Don't do it. It's not worth it. This is one heck of a line. I mean, it's not all connected, but a fair amount of severe weather warnings going on at the moment. Actually, I would make a guess that programming is probably going to be easier than like the advanced calculus you'd need for a meteorology degree. I'm just guessing though. I'm completely unskilled in such things. So you gonna go for the hurricanes or for the tornadoes? A little bit of both. Maybe some winter weather. Do you get any winter weather in Florida? That's what I was thinking. No seasons. Hi. Hello, cat. I become very popular when I have to be in front of a microphone. A cat suddenly needs a hug. Hello, kitty. Please don't scratch me because I'm going to end up screaming, and that would be bad. Oh, South Florida. So your seasons are what? Humidity, humidity, and more humidity? Selfie is the cat who loves to climb on me when it's time for me to be busy with something.
She's a cutie though, isn't she? Yeah, she's just a little cutie kitty. Cutie kitty.
Oh, you get to hang out at the National Weather Service? That'd be cool. Or I assume. I don't know. Ah, sweet. What did I break? Let's see. We're going to crop this, I think. Should this be a sub scene of its own? I think this should be. Then I need to rename it. Oh, darn. Well, I wish you luck in getting accepted to that. I have zero clue how difficult it is to get into. Well, eventually we'll make these things more entertaining. We'll play board games. Is that a thing? Can we do that with the weather? I'm not sure. Click, 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 click. Can I copy one source to another scene? I have no idea. Oh, unless you want to hear me type really loudly. That's not gonna look right. Why is there a scroll bar in it? Crop that. Fantastic. Weather ASMR. Let me. No, it's probably not loud enough to do that. I actually did weather ASMR once, like years ago, just as a joke. We're gonna talk about the severe weather outlook as though it's a secret. Ooh, vacation, what's that? I've heard these things exist. Maybe you'll be there just in time for a hurricane. Oh, do I know something about the hurricane? No. It's just, let's see, July? I forget what month it is. Anything could happen. Well, within reason. Well, 2% tornado chance is both, what, high and not high? It's a very fine balance to explain the percentages. If you want the actual technical definition, it's the 2% chance of a tornado occurring within a 25-mile radius of any given point that's in that 2% area. So, like, let's say one of the worst days, there might be like a 45% chance, which is pretty rare. But that means that, like, that thing that happens, there's a 1 in 2 chance of it happening, like, within a 25-mile radius around you. So hopefully not you directly. Hopefully it just happens over land that has nothing good going on with it. Okay, let me try something on the fly. Let's see if Radar Omega plays along. My God, that is so loud. Well then, that is not helpful. So is this the area we're going to look at, perhaps? I'm going to show my lack of geography here. We can toggle on, let's see, we'll turn on the categorical outlooks. That's kind of hard to read, though. It needs some, fill opacity? That'd be settings. I haven't verified, but yeah, I assume all of this is completely visible. Polygon fill opacity. So the colors are really hard to read. It's really hard to tell the difference on this map between this yellow, which is the slight risk, and this enhanced risk. And then it looks like this out here is the marginal risk. So still a possibility for storms out there. See what this looks like. Oh, zoomed out. Brrr. Shoot you like with a camera? That's what we have to hope. All right, I am going to disable this layer since it adds clutter. Meanwhile, I will eventually add a new thing to the map over here. Add a scene. Luckily, this is alphabetized, otherwise I'd be in trouble. So I'm going to add a feature that I've seen in some other streams. So something they're using that I should be using too. Gosh darn it. Wow, that thing really is. I thought I was cropping the correct window. In OBS land, I should never assume that I know what I'm doing. Crop, crop, crop. Ah, it wants to snap. How do I turn off snap without, how do I turn off snap, period? Oh, if I remember it, it does, yeah, it does respond to arrows with a really noisy keyboard. All right, let's see if this new feature works. Whoosh. That's the new feature. Yeehaw. Nope, my keyboard is no longer focused on the right thing. Transition back to the same exact scene. Oh, Radar Omega costs money, but the red box is totally free. And is that the name of the DVD rental service? If not, not that red box. In terms of radar, let's see. Radar scope is probably actually what I'd recommend to most people. It's roughly the same price as Radar Omega, but in my experience, it loads faster. It's more intuitive unless you need all the Omega features. But they're about what? Around $10 each, one-time purchases, with both of them having subscription plans available that add more things. So if you do need the more things, I'm pretty sure Radar Omega is actually much cheaper in the long run. Let's see what else I can break. Whatever works for you. Oof. What is that noise? But I've noticed a lot of streamers are using this thing that's $25 a month. Like, how are you able to afford that? I had to eat ramen all this month. That's the joke, right? So that I could afford my weather radio. Not weather radio, weather radar app. Oh, that's not the premium I'm talking about. It's something else. That's $25 a month. Yes, please use that as a scratching post. Good kitty. Why to the cost? Is that where I say something about, well, you charge what the market will bear or something? The cat is destroying the sofa. That's what the cat is doing. I adore my kitty, though. Yes, she's such a good kitty. You want to say hi? Here. Can I get you to make noise? Cat ASMR. Come on. Not. She does not want to perform. That would be pretty funny. I'm gonna create cat plays. We'll have what, like, sibling accounts. Yeah. I'll balance out the dog forces with the cat forces. Is that a thing? Going to have to teach my cat how to stream, though. That might take some time. Lion plays might be a little bit dangerous. I don't want to get eaten. So here's something random I've just discovered about Windows versus Mac when it comes to OBS. Is Mac has something called expose, and I have no idea what the equivalent in Windows is called. But in Mac, when you go into expose mode, where it like shows all of your open windows, it shrinks in OBS, and it does not look to do that on the Windows side. So that's nice. Some of my windows look like they're going to have a seizure, though. You can't see any of them, but one of them is like crazy glitching in this view. Oh, it's fine if I go into it directly. Looks like we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning, or not warning, new severe thunderstorm watch coming out. Let's see. Can I switch to this? Transition over this for a moment. Let's see if we go. I should have gone to the watches in general. Wow, it's one of these buttons. So here's all the watches, and here's the one that apparently came out, 10 minutes ago? So Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and coastal waters. Tornado plays. That would be terrifying. Tornado doesn't play. Tornado just comes in and takes like the board game or something and throws all the pieces everywhere. I win! Going to adjust the radar omega. Move this a little bit. Well, actually, let's zoom out. Oh, we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings over there. Let's take a look. Oh, as I accidentally resized the window. That's going to take me 5 minutes to get back. I meant to do shift. Let's see. Greens would be the flash flood warnings. Ooh, 1.25-inch hail on that one, possibly. Ooh, 2-inch hail. That's even badder. That's a word. Sorry. Did you actually just log out to change your username? That's hilarious. I am going to have to go grab... Oh, what am I thinking of? The laptop's in here. There's some JavaScript I need to go track down. An unadvertised feature on the site because I have to type it into the JavaScript site or the console every time. It's not fun. I'm very confused if this is one account or two now. You could create a second channel with the second username. Of course, you can't port your subscriptions over to it magically. That's what I was wondering. Okay, I saw it so quick back and forth in chat that I thought maybe you had two accounts going. Let's see. We'll recycle this window wherever it may be. There it is. Let's see if this breaks the OBS display in the meantime. Whoa. That probably broke it. No, go back. Unmaximize. Oh, cool. You can see my cursor. I am assuming it has not recovered. Wow, yeah, it like messed up the cropping. Huh. All right, I am going to disable that temporarily as I have to reset it. So which scene is this? It's this one. What? Disappear this. Voila. Oh, hilariously, making it go invisible, and apparently that was all I needed to do. That is wild. Yeah, it's fine. So now we transition back. Boom. So some like OBS is crazy. It'll just loses its mind from time to time. That's my only explanation. Are there any tornado warnings? Let me take a look. No, looks like it's all, if my site is updating properly, it's all special marine warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. What I don't have quick access to, but I want at some point is there's a so-called tag that you can put on that you, as in if you worked at the National Weather Service, that they can put on a severe thunderstorm that marks something as tornado possible. I think that would be handy to treat that as like a sub tornado warning in a sense. So obviously not a tornado warning, but something that could get reissued as a tornado warning at some point. And I do not have quick access to that. If I remember right, there weren't actually any tornado reports, so that warning must not have led to anything. Oh, I take that back. Maybe that was the last time I looked at the map. Let's see if I can figure out how to transition to this so you can know what I'm talking about. Oh, wild. You can see my cursor even though that's not where... It must be a window underneath of this. Because my cursor is showing up on the lightning map, but I am not on the lightning map at the moment. So quickly, we'll talk about yesterday. There is now a tornado report. EF0. Oh, storm survey confirmed an EF0 tornado. Can't. Now I can't see that. Is my cursor? Yes, my cursor is visible. So yeah, up there. There was an EF0 tornado at 3:33 UTC. Watch me try to do math live. That would be 3 minus 5. Or 4. I forget where the time zones. I think that's 10 o'clock Central Time. Yesterday, to be clear. Oh, what is that in EST? Is that a joke? That'd be the same since we're in daylight time right now. Central Daylight Time and Eastern Standard Time would be the same time. I like I we're supposed to lose the whole transition thing, right? And we're going to stay in daylight savings time permanently, not this next go round, but like the next time we switch into daylight savings time, we're never coming out of it. I am so tired of time zone math and everything. And don't forget, like, there's what counties and states that don't fully participate. Oh, and there's elsewhere in the world, and I don't remember where, depending on like your religious affiliation, there's an area where like one religious group observes this time zone, and then the people living in the same exact regional area who are of a different religious group, they observe a completely different time zone. I mean, it's probably not completely different, it's probably like an hour difference. That's just crazy. We really do need a clock, though, don't we? I keep saying that. I'll build one eventually. The lightning map stopped. Interesting. I wonder when that happened. Maybe that's why my computer didn't sound like it was dying. Okay, so now it's going even though it doesn't have the focus. That is so weird. That's something I experienced on Mac, where if a window was not visible, like a browser window like Firefox, well, then actually it applied to, I tested it in Chrome, Safari, and Firefox. If the window was not visible in some fashion, it would just stop visually updating. So if you went to like one of those live time clocks, like what is it, time.is, it would just say, time is now frozen. This stream will last until I collapse. I'm kidding. I'm mostly just testing the new setup, so it can end whenever. Now, how far up north are we talking? In a second, I can give you an unskilled look at where I get updates. Do, do, do. All right, create. I don't know which one is the window that's actually captured. All right, it must be that one. Meow. So when I want to know if something's happening, or about to happen, I mean, I have to move this out of the way so I can make sure that this is... Okay, yes, I can see my mouse. So watches in effect, we already kind of covered that. Mesoscale discussions, this is probably going to be, concerning the watches that are already in effect. One of the things about mesoscale discussions, I don't know if it has to precede a watch, but it definitely often does. So if there were one like way elsewhere in the country, it might say, oh, here's this area like in Nebraska or something where, a watch is possible. So then you'd know, so stuff may be kicking off in like an hour or two, or at least in terms of the watch. Doesn't mean that the actual main event for that area would even be starting right then at the outset of the watch. But yeah, so it kind of looks like what's in effect right now is kind of what's in effect in general. Meow? Yes? Do you want on? Come here. Now she won't talk. Get her in front of the mic. She won't talk. Meow. She won't purr for me. Darn you, kitty. Earn your rent. Oh, but let's... Wow, I left that on the wrong screen for too long. Now, if we want to talk about way north, got some stuff going on in Canada. Severe thunderstorm warning. And let's see, nothing around there. So right now up in Minnesota, right? Just was special weather statements. So nothing severe up there at the moment. Thank you for stopping by, Ariana. Good luck with the humidity. Meow. Yes? We'll have cat purring ASMR one of these days. It'll have to be pre-recorded. They never do it live. Right. Cats just can't be managed, can they? Yes, to the next stream. It might be tomorrow. The computer seems to have not melted, so unlike the laptop, it seems to be okay. Oh, I should open, Task Manager? I need to get some temperature monitors on this. I think it's a mobile GPU on this thing. It's 53 Celsius. Is that hot? I know that would be hot for, like, humans. What's up? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tienes, mi amor? Boop, boop. No hablo español. Gato, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? ¿Cómo está el tiempo ahora? Mind you, I'm saying that in front of people who I assume only speak English. Don't have a native come talk to me. I would have no idea what I'm doing. No tengo ni idea de qué pasa. De qué pasa? De is more French. Oui? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Oui? Le chat? Le chat est sur le branche. Le songe est sur le branche. I know important words in Spanish like punto de rocío, which is the dew point. Meh. Tweet, tweet. Rrr. I'm fluent in cat, apparently. Cat saying, feed me, feed me. Tengo hambre. Pecky pecky da. Rrr. Onaka ga suita. Suita? Onaka ga suita? J'ai faim. J'ai soif. I don't remember what I said in French, though. I can't tell you what it means either. Unless it happens to be one of the things that I've pre-memorized. Pre-memorized? Huh, that's redundant. You can't just, like, memorize something randomly. No hablas español. Oh, qué pena. Is it pena? I have a feeling I'm saying something that's close to a different word that I don't want to be saying. Where am I live streaming in a room that's got like a ginormous echo next to a cat? I'm in the state of confusion. What is that noise? It sounds like tea whistling in the background. Let's see, we have 173 drop frames. I have no idea when that occurred. Been streaming for an hour. It hasn't melted. It doesn't actually even necessarily feel hot to the touch. Let's see if we can ask it how it's feeling, though. I'm wondering what I could do that could make this fan spin massively. I have cat, but there is dogs in the family. They keep me fit, running around like crazy buffoons. I think I'm going to have to leave soon, too, because the cat she is hungry, apparently. She keeps looking at me like, why have you forsaken me? I want something in my belly. Get in my belly. Because in my head, my cat is Scottish, I guess. I have this paranoia, though, that if I stop streaming, that's when a tornado warning is going to happen. As though I have some kind of control over it. Har har. I may be streaming later, though. Not me personally, in a sense. Well, I mean, I'm explaining it terribly. I have a second channel for the hurricane, and I might have that streaming later to do some kind of stress test on the computer. On the second channel. Whoops, I've entered full screen mode. The when is I have no idea. It's only just recently that I've started pre-scheduling my live streams instead of, okay, I'm ready now. Let's just hit the button. That it would basically be a tech thing. Let's see if it can handle Radar Omega. Yes, you're very cute. Eres muy guapa. ¿Por qué? Eres female. I don't know how to say that. Let's see, apparently I can't type in the OBS chat window. That seems like a weird oversight. So what's the other channel? Hang on while I pull up a window. Actually, I guess what makes somewhat more sense, if you're familiar with this channel and you actually originally came here via the website, am I in the right window? Then what you do is go to tornadohq.com, look for the weather sites drop down, go to cyclocane. It looks so much similar like the other one. I am not. That is wild. This is what happens when you have multiple windows that have the same title. All right, so it's apparently this is the actual window in OBS. Go to weather sites, click on cyclocane, and then it's almost the exact same box as what's at the top of Tornado HQ, except they'll take you to a different YouTube channel. Wait, which website do you use all the time? Is it Tornado HQ? Or the cyclocane? I've just now realized that I did corrupt the one thing. This is why I'm going to have to stop using window capture sources to do some of this stuff. Okay, which one is broken? It's the one that's showing cyclocane. It has broken the thing. There we go. Fantastic. And thank you for the sub. However, since like the stress test type streams, I tend to disable chat because I would not be able to be on chat to fend off all of those bots posting the inappropriate links. Probably will be wrapping this up shortly, though. So I have been doing something roughly every afternoon, except technically for this afternoon, since I went straight into here's what's going on right this second. Sometime between 1 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern, I've been doing an update on what. So I put out a severe weather outlook video in the morning, and then during the live stream, we take a look at what's changed, if anything. And sometimes it's nothing. And then days like today, sometimes all the stuff is already happening by the time that I'm actually hitting go live. Gonna get my computer's final thoughts on how this stream has gone. I need to figure out where the fan exits so I can get the loudest possible noise. I just realized I could for these. I'm generally not actually at the microphone during this type of live stream. Generally just fielding stuff in chat. But so I guess I could just put a microphone on the computer. Let the microphone be the ambient noise for the chat. How's the computer doing now? It sounds like it's dying. Let's take one last look at what's going on. I am going to have to figure out how I'm going to keep track of all these Firefox windows and which one is, especially because I see my cursor right now. That's not the window that, why? This is really confusing. Why is Firefox? Oh, I guess what I have to do, you can't see what I see. Let's see if I make it live. Yeah, you can see my cursor, and this is totally not the window that I'm currently looking at, so it's very confusing to me. Why is my cursor getting captured when that's not the window I'm in? Let's see. Okay, that's still not the correct window. We'll try another one. Is this the lucky one? Yes, okay, and now at this point I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. Oh yes, now I remember. We're going to go to the Storm Prediction Center, which is over here in a tab. So, looks like no new watches. Oh, and we'll go back to Radar Omega. My poor keyboard. If I can find the OBS window, there it is. Take a wider look at what's in effect. So, a severe thunderstorm warning down here in Texas with some special weather statements. A couple of severe thunderstorm warnings out here, Colorado and New Mexico. Still just special weather statements up here in the north, and then a whole bunch of this stuff. Special weather statements, severe thunderstorm warnings, and the purple special marine warning. So that was a look. That was the severe weather update for this afternoon. Har, har, har. Thank you for watching. I hope you all stay safe out there, etc., etc.